दशरथनन्दन राम दया सागर दशमुखमर्दन राम दैत्यकुलान्तक दशमुखमर्दन राम दैत्यकुलान्तक दशरथनन्दन राम दया सागर दशरथनन्दन राम दया सागर रघुकुल तिलक राम मम हृदयाधिपते राम रघुकुल तिलक राम मम हृदयाधिपते राम दशरथनन्दन राम दया सागर दशरथनन्दन राम दया सागर लक्ष्मण सेवित राम लक्ष्मी मनोहर राम लक्ष्मण सेवित राम लक्ष्मी मनोहर राम सूक्ष्म स्वरूप राम सुंदर वदन राम सूक्ष्म स्वरूप राम सुंदर वदन राम दशरथनन्दन राम दया सागर राम दशरथनन्दन राम दया सागर राम अहल्योद्धारक राम शाप विमोचन राम अहल्योद्धारक राम शाप विमोचन राम करुणावल्लभ राम मम हृदयाधिपते राम करुणावल्लभ राम मम हृदयाधिपते राम दशरथनन्दन राम दया सागर राम दशरथनन्दन राम दया सागर राम दशमुखमर्दन राम दैत्यकुलान्तक राम दशमुखमर्दन राम दैत्यकुलान्तक राम दशरथनन्दन राम दया सागर राम दशरथनन्दन राम दया सागर राम रघुकुल तिलक राम मम हृदयाधिपते राम रघुकुल तिलक राम मम हृदयाधिपते राम लक्ष्मण सेवित रामा लक्ष्मी मनोहर रामा लक्ष्मण सेवित रामा लक्ष्मी मनोहर रामा सूक्ष्म स्वरूप रामा सुंदर वदना रामा सूक्ष्म स्वरूप रामा सुंदर वदना रामा दशरथ नंदन रामा दया सागर रामा दशरथ नंदन रामा दया सागर रामा अहल्योद्धारक रामा शाप विमोचन रामा अहल्योद्धारक रामा शाप विमोचन रामा करुणा वल्लभ रामा मम हृदयाधिपते रामा करुणा वल्लभ रामा मम हृदयाधिपते रामा दशरथ नंदन रामा दया सागर 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 नाच रघुनाथ रिझाओ
सूरत के कछुनी काछूंगी, गाय गाय के निश दिन हरि गुण, गाय गाय के निश दिन हरि गुण, मीरा हरि रंग रचूंगी, गाय गाय के निश दिन हरि गुण, मीरा हरि रंग रचूंगी, रघुनंदन आगे नाचूंगी, रघुनंदन आगे नाचूंगी, नाच नाच रघुनाथ रिझाओ, नाच नाच रघुनाथ रिझाओ, भक्त जनन को जाजूंगी, भक्त जनन को जाजूंगी, रघुनंदन आगे नाचूंगी, रघुनंदन आगे नाचूंगी, रघुनंदन आगे नाचूंगी, रघुनंदन आगे नाचूंगी। सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्म, सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्म, सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्म, सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्म, सत्यं ब्रह्म ज्ञानं ब्रह्म, सत्यं ब्रह्म ज्ञानं ब्रह्म, अनन्तं ब्रह्म, अनन्तं ब्रह्म, सद्गुरु ब्रह्म, सद्गुरु ब्रह्म, अनन्तं ब्रह्म, अनन्तं ब्रह्म, परमानन्द ब्रह्म, परमानन्द ब्रह्म, सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं 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 ब्रह्म, सत्यं ब्रह्म, सत्यं ब्रह्म, सत्यं ब्रह्म, सत्यं ब्रह्म, अनन्तं ब्रह्म, अनन्तं ब्रह्म, सद्गुरु ब्रह्म, सद्गुरु ब्रह्म, अनन्तं ब्रह्म, अनन्तं ब्रह्म, परमानन्द ब्रह्म, परमानन्द ब्रह्म, सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं 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 ब्रह्म, सत्यं ब्रह्म, सत्यं ब्रह्म, ज्ञानं ब्रह्म, ज्ञानं ब्रह्म, अनन्तं ब्रह्म, अनन्तं ब्रह्म, सद्गुरु ब्रह्म, सद्गुरु ब्रह्म, अनन्तं ब्रह्म, स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। Namaskar to all of you. Welcome to the study of Bhagavad Gita. We are into the study of the second chapter, 25th verse. Before entering into proper Bhagavad Gita, we'll chant 2 verses from the meditation on Bhagavad Gita. Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavatam Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Puranamunina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrutavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Amba Tvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. We will chant the 25th verse from the second chapter. Avyaktoyamachintyoyam Avyaktoyamachintyoyam Avikaryoyamuchyate Avikaryoyamuchyate Tasmadevam viditvainam Tasmadevam viditvainam Nanushochitumarhasi Nanushochitumarhasi. We have dealt with this particular verse in detail. We shall look into it in a different perspective. The Atman is said to be unmanifested, beyond thought, beyond modification. Knowing it as such, it is not proper for you to grieve. So, when we come to know features, the different nature of our true self, then there is no cause for us to worry. So many places Lord Krishna again and again tells that we should not worry. Let us learn about this from a different angle. Revered Ranganathanandaji Maharaj was the very popular president of our order. He tells, this Atman is said to be unmanifested. We can't feel the touch of Atman anywhere. Avyakta means unmanifested. Similarly, achintya, unthinkable. Cannot catch the Atman or your true self with a piece of your thought. Because we try to catch everything, we try to understand everything. How is it? Only through our thinking, not only. So, we cannot catch this true nature of ours or Atman with a piece of thought. Why? You cannot conceptualize it. Everything in the world we try to catch through two sources. What are they? Everything in this world we try to catch hold of them through two sources. What are they? One is thought, and what is the next? It is our speech. See, again, speech and writing, whatever we do is nothing but the expression of your thought. Without speaking, you are all very good people, very great people. Moment we speak, people will come to know what is in your mind. That's why they tell, do not open your mouth many times. Because the moment you open your mouth, then your true color will come out. Until then, you are a very great personality. You may be well dressed, you may be looking very good, your hair may be very nice, everything is so beautiful. So they will have a very good impression about you. That's why they tell, do not open your mouth much, very little of talk. Why? The moment you open your mouth, your true color will come out. That means the thought which is going on inside is expressed through your speech. Then writing also is another expression of your thought. That's why we had college in Bangalore and also somewhere in USA. I don't know now the number of colleges might have increased. What is that college about? Handwriting analysis, especially about the English language. Suppose you write the English letter in particular way. If you slant it right direction, then what is your nature? What is your thought? Slant your English writing alphabets to the left, what is your way of thinking? Suppose your letters like L, H and all the other things have a loop, then what is your way of thinking? What's your nature? And suppose on the T or something you put, for the T you put a slash like thing. So where do you put it? The bottom, the middle, or at the top? Then they will identify what is your level of confidence in you. So if it is At the lower level, then your confidence level is low. If it is at the middle, then your confidence at middle. On the top, your confidence level is high. Like that, they analyze. Because you will be always the running handwriting is coming out of your unconscious mind, subconscious mind. So what happens when you are writing, you are putting all your thoughts on the paper. That's why it will come out. So now they can know what are your thoughts. So now everything is in this world, you try to catch through your thought, your speech. Another form is your writing. So now, can you catch this true nature of yours, that is Atman, which is unmanifest, avyaktaha, through your thought and mind, because no other way, you don't have any other way. This is the only way. You cannot. Once you give a speech and a thought to enclose something, you say that you have understood that thing. We can do this with everything in the world. But with regard to the true nature of yours, the Atman or Parabrahman or God, speech and thought recoil, unable to touch it. Master used to tell in the gospel is that you can make everything juta with your tongue. Means by uttering, you can talk about everything, try to make juta. But the only thing which you cannot make juta is God. Because you cannot, the speech, the writing, and even the thought recoils if it goes try to touch the Atman. No? Atman, why is it? Because it is not a thing. It is not an object. It is eternal consciousness, which is giving light and energy and strength to your thought. See, now we tell the planets get the reflected light of the sun. Stars and sun, they produce their own light. But who is giving light to these stars? Who is giving light to the fire, the burning power? Our Atman, your true nature. Who is giving strength and everything to your thought and everything, the vasanas, the causal energy, the causal body, all the subtle body and your physical body, again, Atman. Just its presence is enough. That is giving the strength. So, you cannot go back and catch hold of it. Atman is not a thing. It is eternal consciousness behind everything. That is stressed again and again. Why is it? Because Lord Krishna is trying to make Arjuna understand the nature of Atman. So when he understands, then he will come to know it doesn't have death, it doesn't have destruction, nothing can touch it. So then you stop grieving. You will stop worrying. There was a beautiful book which I read it in my youthful days, and what was that? Maybe it was written in the 1960s or 70s. Stop worrying and start living. Beautiful. Maybe Dale Carnegie is the author. Stop worrying and start living. A very, very beautiful book. But that person, really a beautiful book. That person who wrote this, the author, stop worrying and start living, himself committed suicide due to worry. Started worrying. Why? Because they don't go backwards to the Atman to realize God. Only when you go back to your source, the Atman, then you can really start living. So Atman is not a thing. It is eternal consciousness behind all things. This is stressed again and again. So, avyaktoyam, ayam, that is your Atman is avyaktaha, that is, it is unmanifest. Achintyoyam, it cannot be caught with your thought. One beautiful verse demonstrating this profound depth of psychological insight occurs in a verse in the Ashtavakra Gita. See, there is not only one Gita. You think Bhagavad Gita is the only one Gita, song of God. There are more than 60 or 100, so many new Gitas are also coming up. One of the Gita is Ashtavakra Gita. Other than Bhagavad Gita, in Mahabharata itself, Bhagavad Gita is a part of Mahabharata. So in Mahabharata itself, you have Vyadha Gita, Anugita, Uddhava Gita. So many are there. That there is one more written by another great sage, Ashtavakra. What is this peculiar name? Ashta means 8. Vakra means curved. His body was curved at 8 places. Just imagine. So the hand twisted, the neck twisted, the body twisted, the waist twisted. 8 places his body was twisted. That's why he gets the name Ashtavakra. But he was a great saint. So what should we know here? It is not the formation of your body that counts, which makes you a gentleman. The way you dress, as Swami Vivekananda used to tell, that in Western countries it is the tailor who makes you a gentleman. But in India, it is the character, your personality, which makes you a gentleman. So here, Ashtavakra, he had 8 deformities, but yet great saint, great personality, a realized soul. So I have told many times about Abraham Lincoln. Face was not so handsome, but one more example I wanted to give during the Hanuman Jayanti. What is that? All praise and we all call Hanuman Chalisa 11 times, 108 times, we chant it and everything, read the life, Sundarakanda. Your handsomeness of Hanuman. Is he handsome? Is he beautiful? How is his face? The name itself indicates Hanumanta. Hanu means jaws. Manta means swollen. His jaws is swollen. If you want to show Hanumanta, then you will make your face like this. So is he handsome or anything beautiful? No. But why do you worship him? Beauty. Yes, he has that beauty or the handsomeness through his person, through his character, through his action. So here, Ashtavakra, whatever he has uttered has become a Gita. It's studied. Wonderful teachings are there in it. One of that here, Revered Ranganathanandaji Maharaj brings in, he tells, profound depth of psychological insight occurs in a verse in the Ashtavakra Gita. Is it? Achintyam, achintyamano api chintarupam bhajatyasau. What is it? What is the meaning of it? This Sanskrit sentence by Ashtavakra. When you think of the unthinkable, you only resort to a piece of thought. It's what we are trying to think about the Atman. We are trying to think about, see, all this study is only with our thought. But it goes and recoils back. You can't understand it. Because that is the source of the energy, the source of the thought is that. So you are trying to catch it with your thought. It's a puny piece of thought. The infinite, you are trying to catch it. So that's what Ashtavakra Gita is telling. When you think of the unthinkable, you resort to a piece of thought only. When you think of the unthinkable, don't catch that unthinkable at all. You only formulate a thought. That's all. So thought also is an object. This is the unthinkable self, eternal self. So you can only experience it, or you can only become that. That's why Ramakrishna used to explain, see, the reason for learning the teachings of Sri Ramakrishna is he makes these Vedantic terms very simple to grasp. He tells there are two types of people who want to know God. One people are the bhaktas, devotees with their emotions. The others are jnanis, knowledge, Sankhya Yoga, that which we are studying now. Sankhya Yoga is neti neti marga, negative, not this, negating everything. Then go to the origin, negating everything. But the path of the bhaktas, devotees is accepting everything. Iti, iti, iti. Everything is God. Everything is God. There is nothing other than God. The negative path of the jnanis is negating, not this, neti, neti, na iti, negative. So now, Master gives the example of beautiful thing. What is that? Let us compare God to sugar. Let us compare God as sugar, which is very sweet. The devotees are like ants. They want to taste the sugar, enjoy the sugar. But the jnanis, the Sankhya yogins, are like, what is that? They don't want to taste the sugar, they want to become sugar. So that is self. You can become sugar. Sweetness itself, joy itself, bliss itself, knowledge itself is yourself. Itself, that's yourself. So that is what here Lord Krishna is saying. That is yourself. How can that be killed, O Arjuna? Who can kill it? Who can cause it to be killed? That's why you don't have the authority to grieve. You cannot grieve at all. See? So beautiful. So recall that term used by Revered Ranganathan, profound. So profound. Now, this kind of subtle knowledge of these deep realization, you also get not only in Indian literature, but also in the Chinese philosophy of Tao, Zen Buddhism, and in some of the writings of Christian and Muslim mystics. But in them, it is not in their official religions. It is not in the formal religions, it is not found. Like Sufi Islam or Christian saints in their life who have realized God after going through that, only you can find it. But in our Hindu religion, there in the broad daylight like a highway, that is the only difference. There is this truth beyond all conceptualization. That is the Atman, eternal self, the subject, seer, and not an object. You are the subject, cannot objectify yourself. Similarly, avikaryoyam, this is unchangeable. Whole world is changeable. Everything in this universe is changeable. But you, Atman, as body, subtle body and causal body, everything changeable. But as Atman, change. Nobody can change you. Then how can you be destroyed? When nobody can touch you, nobody can change you, there is a question of destruction. So why will you grieve? Why are you in sorrow? They can touch you. That is yourself. That is your true nature. So, what is eternal is changeless. This is the one truth the world is seeking. Changeless reality. Formerly, we use the word God. The Western concept, they use the word God. Now, why people are becoming atheist, they don't believe God? Because the concept given by the Western religions or the Semitic religion is sitting there with a scepter ready to punish you, put you to hellfire and punish you. For the good people, he will reward them. So people will start hating. But in our Vedantic term, God, the eternal witness, He doesn't participate in any of these things. He doesn't punish you. At the most, when you are in trouble, then what is that? All the suffering and everything is due to our deeds and thoughts that we get all the problem. That is a cause and effect relationship, causation. That is the law of karma. We do, we get. What we sow, we reap. So when you are in trouble, what is the place of God then? If everything is happening according to the karma, then we can worship karma as the God. What is the place of God then? If you surrender, then He will from that problem. He is an eternal witness. He will not participate in it. He is a witness. He watches. So your Atman within also watches everything. He doesn't change. He doesn't get into anything. Just watches. But when you go back, giving up everything, cut asunder all these things, then you become that. So no question of punishment. God never punishes you. God will not punish you. Never give that idea to your children that God is punishing you. Your karma, your action that is punishing you, putting you to, or your thoughts that is punishing. God will never punish anybody. Why doesn't He have any other work than to punish you? He will not. So don't give that wrong idea. To escape something, will tell God will punish you if you do that. In the name of God, we will put them others into trouble. They will start hating the concept of God. That happened in the Western country because they gave this idea of eternal hell. God will punish you as a scepter, will be waiting to punish you. That's why many people started becoming atheist. They disbelieve. They don't want to have any concept of God. Why? Because you have given a wrong concept. But see, in Vedanta, in our eternal religion, no, God will not punish you. The eternal witness. And He is your source. You are that. You are that. It's yourself. That is the beauty of this Vedanta, you see, is the eternal witness. It was a German philosopher, Nietzsche, in the last century, who said, God is dead. Well, why? That kind of God has no status at all. But Vedantic God is quite different. It is the eternal self. It is always the witness of every event. Every yes and no is watched by the eternal self. Therefore, this has got a strong foundation in experience in your own self. There's no question of disbelief at all because you are that. What is the concept in Hinduism or eternal, this thing about God? See, it is told, the minimum words used is Sat Chit Ananda. What is Sat? Infinite existence, absolute. Is that one term is enough to understand? I exist, harmonium exists, table exists, mat exists, building exists. What is God? Sum total of all exists. Infinite, absolute is God. Suppose, this is the concept of God in Hindu. Suppose some atheist or agnostic or somebody denies the existence of God. How will it look like? Now, take the example of world record in weightlifting. What might be the record? World record in the Olympics or somewhere. Somebody has lifted maybe 200 kgs or 300 kgs, whatever might be the record. I don't know what is the highest record. Maybe the best weightlifter. Can he lift the ground on which he is standing? He may lift the biggest weight on earth. Can anybody lift the ground on which you are standing? That's why when Archimedes proposed his principle, give me a fulcrum or a rod, a crowbar, and give me a place to place that crowbar and a place to stand. I will move this earth. Suppose we have a crowbar. We will want to move some stone or big object. How do we move it? We keep that crowbar on something on the ground. I should stand on the ground, then I move it with that. Now likewise he is telling, I will move this earth. How? Condition is, I should want a place to stand upon. I need a crowbar. Then I need a place to keep that crowbar. Then I will push this earth. Likewise now, if you want to lift the place which you stand upon, likewise, how will you deny the existence of God? If you have to deny the existence of God, then you have to deny your own existence. Your own existence, because somebody should be there to deny the existence of God. If you do not exist, how can you deny the existence of God? First, you should be there to deny the existence. So your existence itself is a proof of the existence of God, because God is sum total of. To make you understand, there is a humor. There was a politician, his wife, and the politician had gone to an organization. Maybe it was their 10th year or the 20th year, whatever, Diamond Jubilee or Silver Jubilee. So what was the organization? The organization was the organization of widows. Many widows together, they had come together and they had made a organization. Sangha it is called. Vidhava Sangha, organization of widows. They were doing wonderful charity work, helping other widows and destitutes and other poor people and the orphans. They had very good name. So the politicians, they want to go to such places and they will get more popularity so that they will get more votes. So they go to that place. He was invited as the chief guest. So, they make a lot of false promises. So while speaking and praising about that widows organization, he became too emotional and started telling, you are doing so wonderful work. From today itself, I am going to make my wife join this organization. If you are laughing, those who are laughing couldn't understand this humor. You know what is the meaning of it? If the wife has to join the widows organization, he has to die. Then only his wife will become a widow. And then only she can join. If he doesn't die, how can his wife join that organization? So today I will make my wife join this organization. So foolishly we make statements and get into problem. So he wanted popularity, he made a false statement like that. Here, if you have to deny God, you have to deny your own existence. Then only you can become an atheist. So nobody cannot become an atheist. Cannot deny God. Because if you deny God, you are denying your own existence. Because you are that, the Atman, are a part of God, or God yourself, that is the truth. Can you deny your own existence? Being told here, so profound. This has got a strong foundation in experience, and it's your own self. Then we will go to another experience of Ramana Maharshi, great saint of the Ramana Maharshi in South India and Tamil Nadu, Tiruvannamalai. So there we have his ashram. People from the West go there. People, lot of scientists and great people are attracted to that because it is purely Vedanta. No other thing he does, no compromise at all. Pure Vedantic thoughts. So, the Ramana Maharshi, he had an experience when he was a boy of 16 or 17. I've gone to that place, Madurai. He lived in the house of his relatives, Madurai Meenakshi temple. 2 or 3 streets, if you go, we have that house of Ramana Maharshi. You go, that relative's house. He was staying there for higher education. So he was a boy of 16 or 17. In that house, he had a beautiful experience. What was that? The first and the last spiritual experience he had in his life. That he came back from the school. He threw his bag, went to the room. He thought he's dying. That was the first and the last spiritual experience. When he felt, I'm going to die. He became frightened. He's a young boy. Doesn't know anything about spirituality. He was a common child like anybody else, going to school and coming back, having so many dreams and all the other things. Suddenly he came back to his house in that room. He's alone, not dying. I'm going to die. He became frightened. Came home, lay down in this room on the floor. I went to that room also there in Madurai. Went to the room on the floor and said to himself, he said to himself, I'm dying, I'm dying. And he imitated the whole experience of death. Yes, I'm just dying and I'm dead. Then he found to his great joy, death is not pain. He found to his great joy that he was still there to watch his death. That I am the deathless Atman, the one who watches my death, is always there. It's my true self. At the highest experience there, the first and the last. Then he found his great joy that he was still there to watch his death. I am deathless. The one who watches my death is always there. My true self. That was his first and last spiritual experience. According to his own words. Of course, why do we not get all those things? Why, when we are dying or when we are having the thing of the death, why don't we get that experience? Not sufficient. Causal body, as I told you, the vasanas, the impressions, seed form of your desire, all you do in your so many lives, covering Ajnana. The layer of Ajnana is covering you. Master gives the beautiful example. What is that? Lantern. In olden days, that chimney lantern was there because there was no electrical light or your battery or something. So they used to carry the lantern. What is that lantern? There will be a glass covering in that lamp. Below there will be the kerosene or something they used to put. That liquid, there will be wick. They will light it and cover it with a glass case around it. They carry it like a torch or olden days. Master gives that because he was of that time. So now when you are using it for a long time, what happens? The glass is covered by the soot. If you don't clean the glass inner surface, soot will get collected too much and the light coming out will become lesser and lesser and lesser. As it is burning and it is giving out light, if you don't clean it, then the soot collected will become too much thick and covers the light. Likewise, Atman is that light. This covering of glass is that mind. All the actions you do, good or bad, anything and everything, serving others, troubling others, everything, all the good things, charity and other, everything leaves soot inner layer. It's covering, thickening and thickening. So that is your subtle body. That is the causal body, the vasanas. Until you do the good action without desiring for the result of that action, just offer it to God, and you do all that karma yoga, cleansing and cleansing, light become manifest. Not that light was not there in you. God was not there in you, always there. Are that eternal Atman all the time. Because of your wrong action, wrong thinking, and ajnana and desire, you have covered that mind, desire, deep desire, and it is dying and dying. It's covering and thickening that layer of ignorance. But when you cleanse it, it manifests. Not that it was not there, it was always there. You are eternal. Atmaswarupa, that light. The nature is of that light and bliss and existence. It's always there. Covered. Covering it. Cleanse. That the prayer, reading of the scriptures, hearing of the scriptures, charity, helping others. Beautiful statement of Swami Vivekananda. When you help others, when you try to remove the bondage of others, when you try to give light to others, when you try to give what you call the spiritual knowledge and other things and try to remove this thing, in correspondence, your inner thing, your inner ignorance will also be. By helping others, by doing good to others, you are good. One small good thing you do, suit inside senses. You have to do. By making others happy, you become happy. Real joy is in the joy of others. The more I try to become selfish, the more I am covering with that suit. Atman. What the statement of Ananda. So clear, crystal clear. What you have to do, what is our nature, so crystal clear. What is there not to understand or misunderstand? But what did Duryodhana tell Krishna? Krishna is giving this Bhagavad Gita. He himself went to Duryodhana. Told Duryodhana, what you are doing is wrong. Give the kingdom. Why do you want to do all these things? Statement of Duryodhana. I know what is dharma. I don't want to practice. I know what is adharma, but I can't give it. Janami dharmyam. I know what is dharma, what is righteousness, good. Nachame pravrittihi. But I don't have the inclination to perform good deeds. Telling to Krishna, his own Atman, the self, Bhagavan, coming to teach him, telling, Janami dharmam. I know what is dharma. Because they were all kings. They were taught everything, the scriptures and everything. He knows. Like a parrot you have read. What is the use? Don't put it into practice. It's just like Duryodhana. Janami dharmyam. I know what is dharma. I don't have the inclination to practice. I know what is adharma, unrighteousness. Janami adharmyam. I know what is adharma. Nachame nivrittihi. Yep. Tendency. Samskara. Why? Deep seed form it is there. So deep. Doesn't allow you. Happening to. So clear, simple. Put it into practice. That's all. Of course, Ramana Maharshi got it so easily because he had high spiritual development earlier with good vasanas. I told you about vasana, the causal body, the vasanas, seed form, and samskara, tendencies. We may not get it so easily, but even if we get a glimpse of it, we are learning. Krishna himself is telling, whether you want to become Duryodhana or you want to become Yudhishthira, it is in your hand. Arjuna was also there. Arjuna, also Krishna gave Bhagavad Gita. When Krishna was giving Bhagavad Gita, all the other people were there on the battlefield. Karna was there. Duryodhana was there. Everybody was there. Arjuna was there. Arjuna took it. So all of you are here. Lord Krishna is giving this Bhagavad Gita, not me. So you have to decide whether you will become Duryodhana or you will become Arjuna. Put it into practice, then you can see yourself. Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma gave the highest knowledge to both Virochana and Indra. Indra took it, practiced it. No, I am wrong in thinking so. Again, he went again and asked. Got the truth. But Virochana thought, I am the body. He told all he became a demon. So, they were both from the same father. Children of their siblings. Yet, he became the demon, he became the God. Why? Practice. Not over it. That's why, what are we to do? Simple. It's in your hand. Even if you get a glimpse of the truth, there is some truth in it, work on it. That much is enough for us to begin with. For beginning, another beautiful example given by Sri Ramakrishna is, there may be alcohol in drums and the tavern. But for a drunkard, one small glass or one small amount is enough for him to make intoxicated. So, this glimpse of Lord Krishna giving you about your Atman is enough for you to go forward. Take it and go forward. That's enough. So, Tasmad, that's why Krishna is telling here in the end, that much is enough for us to begin with. So, Tasmadevam, Viditvainam, knowing your true nature, knowing him to be like this, Anushochitum arhasi. Do not grieve, get into this stuff. Give up this worry. Enjoy yourself, enjoy your life, presence of Atman everywhere. Give up your worries. I was telling, give up your worries. So, we will go to the next verse. In that, now Krishna will try, he gave, until now it was all Sankhya Yoga, highest Atman. I will come down to the practical level. So, we will go to that next verse, the 26th verse. Let's chant that. Atha chainam nityajatam nityam va manyase mritam tathapi tvam mahabaho naivam shochitum arhasi. Again Krishna is telling, even if you think like this, then also you should not grieve. Whatever way, whichever way you think, you don't have the authority to not worry. Should the Lord tell you again and again, do not worry. Here also is telling, Naivam Shochitum Arhasi, you should not worry. Atha chainam nityajatam Atha chainam nityajatam nityam va manyase mritam nityam va manyase mritam tathapi tvam mahabaho tathapi tvam mahabaho naivam shochitum arhasi naivam shochitum arhasi. Now Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, if however, even if you think that the self or Atman, yourself, till now we came to know about our eternal nature, it will not change, it will not be destroyed. Okay, that is a higher thought of Vedanta. Suppose you think that you have another idea that this self is subject to constant birth and death, your self will die, it will be born again. Even then, O my mighty armed Arjuna, even then, not grieve like this. You should not grieve. To Arjuna, Lord Krishna is telling, no, you don't have the authority to grieve. You should not worry. That means you give up worrying. Anytime, no worrying. The moment you get to the mode of worry, that means you are ajnanis. You don't have the right knowledge. Never go to that mode of worry. That is what Lord is telling. So now we shall make a deep research, deep study of why do we go to this? What is this worry? Shoka, worry, shochitum, shoka, it comes from the word shoka, worrying, shoka. Another name for that term is chinta. Chinta, worrying, shoka. So there is a beautiful saying. See these two words, chinta, chita, a close word. Chinta has one dot. Chi, one dot, if you know Hindi or Sanskrit alphabet. Chi, one dot, ta. That dot makes the difference. It becomes chinta with that dot. Or in some South Indian languages, there will be one egg. Yeah. Called anuswara. Chinta. Chitta doesn't have that dot or that. So the difference between this letter is chinta and chitta is only one dot or one this. But what is the ocean of difference? Chitta, what is the meaning of chitta? Chinta, you know, it is worry. Worrying. Chitta, chitta means funeral pyre. Suppose a dead body is there, you put fire to burn that. That is called chitta. Chitta agni. The cremation fire or the funeral fire is called chitta. Chinta means worry. What is the difference? One dot or 1 0. But that is in the letter. What about in the reality? Reality, chitta will burn only the dead body. But chinta, worry, will burn the living body. Will destroy the living body. Chinta, worry, shoka will destroy your living body. Doctors know, psychiatrists know, psychologists know. When you worry, what happens? It produces toxins in your body. It weakens your immune system. So, no disease, no microbes, no virus can destroy you. They cannot attack you because you have such a strong immune system. There are soldiers, WBC, white blood corpuscles. There are antigens, antibodies in your own. It has the capacity to produce antigens, antibodies to protect. Even if it may be a new virus, they can produce immediately and kill them and protect you. So much strong mechanism is there in your body. It can heal itself. Then what is that stopping? Chinta, worry, weakening you. Steel or iron, very strong. Nothing can destroy it. Then what is destroying the steel? Its own internal mechanism. What is that? Rusting. Rust. An internal mechanism of the steel or the iron, though it is very strong, right? What is destroying you? Chinta. Worry. Krishna again and again telling the authority to worry. Not worry. Second time or the third time, Krishna, don't worry. Now don't worry. The moment you go into worry, stop it. Krishna has told not to worry. Destroy your this thing. That's why I'm taking up so much of time upon that. Chitta, burn only the dead body. Chinta, burn the living body. Weaken you. Depression. Worry leads to anxiety. Anxiety leads to depression. What depression? Chinta. Give it up. It will burn you. It will destroy your immunity. When I was 16, I developed acidity. Went to the doctor. Then I asked the doctor, Doctor examined me, gave some antacid. Curiosity, I used to always ask the doctors the remedy. Asked him, Doctor, what is the cause for acidity? Very nicely he replied, fat, very. That cause for acidity or any disease is these three. What are they? Hari, Kari, Vari. Still remember, so many years back, clear, I can hear that sound of the doctor telling that. What are they? Hari, Kari, Vari. Hari. No, hurrying. I want to do that. I want to go there, here, there, time over. Hurrying. Anxiety, tension. Curry. Eating that, this, that hotel, good there, here, they go to the tea. Curry. Then, hurry. Rama, what happened? Why did this happen? Hurry. These are the cause of all the nonsense. I tell you, worry. Nashochitam, not worry. Now, I'll give a formula, beautiful formula about worry. What is that? Before the formula, I will take you through another thing. Suppose I tell one joke today, humor today. After finishing that joke, I tell the same joke. First time you may laugh. Second time you may laugh. Third time you tell, oh, why? Repeating the same joke again and again. You will not laugh, you will get serious. Get angry also afterwards. So, if we tell the same joke or story again and again, we do not laugh over it. But we may think something is wrong with that person. We do not laugh on the same joke again and again. Comes the problem. Then why do you cry, worry, weep, grieve over the same problem? Tells a joke. Think he's can worry, cry, weep for the same problem? And can you be called sane? Is it not insane? Why do we cry, worry, grieve for the same problems again and again? Somebody has scolded you, hurt you. Let us hope. Somebody has called you idiot or something, whatever. Something, the worst thing you remember, somebody calling you. How many times did he hurt you? Once, twice, thrice. How many times think and relive it again and again? 1,000 times. Who is the real culprit? He. Who is punishing himself again and again by that reliving that thought again and again? You are your worst enemy. You are reliving it again and again, the same thing. That's why Krishna is telling, this is your true nature. Think of that. Do not think of this. Do not relive it. Do not worry. Nobody should worry about the same problems again and again, same issue. Problems will come. Issues will come. Challenges will come. Difficulties will come. To everyone, whoever you might be, rich or poor, old or young, everybody it will come. Okay, now, after this, I'll come to the formula. What is that formula? Remember this formula, it's very nice. I had a board, I could have shown a diagram and shown. I don't have a board, I can even draw it and put it on the screen. Now, I'll just give you that formula. What is that? Do you have a problem in your life? Maybe so many answers. Let us take the positive answer first. No. Do you have a problem in your life? No. Then why worry? Do you have a problem in your life? Yes. Can you do something about it? The two answer. Yes. Then why worry? Do you have a problem in your life? Yes. Can you do something about it? No. Then why worry? Beautiful formula, isn't it? Either way, whichever way if you think, should not worry. What happens if you worry? We are bogging our mind with anxiety. That is allowing us to have absolutely no peace of mind. Worry will stop peace of kill it. Worry will kill your life. It will kill your present. It will kill your future. Already it has killed your past. It will kill your present. It will kill your future. Yet we don't want to give it up. We love it so much. Now, a child was on an aeroplane. Being on the seat belt, was reading a book, something, or maybe comics or something. Plane went very high, 8,000. The path of the aeroplane. Altitude is the path. At least on the road, we have the lanes. What is the lane for the aeroplane? So it is the altitude that is the lane for the aeroplane. Different aeroplanes will be given different altitude so that there will be no accident. So now, 1,000 that high, the aeroplane is good. The air pockets, there will be turbulence. Turbulence when it comes, the air pocket which is coming in the opposite direction, because it will be going at a very high speed. Jolt of the aeroplane will be even worse than a bullock cart. You have traveled, because you do not know, you have not traveled in a bullock cart. I have traveled in a bullock cart. Jolting of the bullock cart will be so bad, aeroplane will be still worse when there will be air pocket coming in the opposite direction. Terrible jolt. And there may be sometimes very bad wind. Turbulence will be bad. Even the aeroplane can overturn. So many things can happen. Shouting and shrieking. Something happened. There's a lot of turmoil and problem. All are shouting and shrieking. In the seat, one side there will be 3. In the plane, over it, a big Boeing or a Airbus, it will be more seats will be there. Very long, 100, 700, something like that, passenger. This girl, yet there is turbulence and many things going up and down. The flight can anytime capsize. All the people are shouting for life. They're crying. Calm. Looking at the comic. Not at all in turmoil. She is not worried. She is not anxious. Cool. Smiling. These people by the side, they're watching her. But they cannot even enjoy the joy of the child. They are shouting, watching, shouting, crying for life, worrying. Somehow, the plane came out of the turbulence. Then that person, passenger, side of the life in the so calm. I was not anxious. Father is the pilot, captain. Father is the captain of, and more than me, he will be always thinking about my life. Why should I worry about my life when my Father is the captain? Change the scenario. Captain, Father, and he will be more worried about you to save your life. The child can have the faith in God in her father, who is the captain. Self, Atman, strength of your own Atman, God. Worrying does not take away tomorrow's trouble, it takes away today's peace. Worrying does not take away tomorrow's troubles, takes away today's. Krishna. Know your truth from any angle, whichever angle you think it to. Krishna. Next, sixth. If, however, you think that yourself, you are the body and you are subject to birth and death, you will have death, O mighty armed Arjuna, even then, not grieve like this. You cannot worry, you should not worry. Shri Krishna uses the word athaha to indicate that Arjuna may want to believe in other explanations. Even if don't take my, the highest knowledge of Atman, the truth I have given, even if you don't have faith in that, take the words of somebody else. Some people are telling that the body will die, you are the body and you are going to die, you will have birth. That's why I gave you that formula. So, with that beautiful note, you have any right to, no right, you cannot worry, you cannot go to anxiety, not go, no self-pitying, no crying, no weeping. That closing this, you have the right to worry. This is your Atman, destructive, all pervasive change. How can anybody destroy you? Focus on. Don't focus on other things is happening in the next class too. I will take up that worry itself. Worry, not to worry. So I will take up the subject worry so that not worry. So I will give some more explanation. I am worried. World of ours is nothing but these three happens. What is the cause of worry? What is the origin of worry? What is the result of worry? Cause of worry is attachment. Called ragaha. Attachment is. What is attachment? I will go to the details in that. Then what is shokaha, the result, and what will it lead to? Delusion. These three, raga, shoka, three combination are always there. Cause of worry is attachment. Result is worry. Is the effect of worrying, moha. We are syndrome. The doctors will know better. There's a group of diseases called syndrome. Syndrome, our world. Raga, shoka, attachment, delusion. Creates delusion. The power of discernment, right and wrong. And what is come out? Again, it will lead to Atman. Again, it will go to your chant. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ तत्सत्। श्रीरामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु।